Today, we're going to talk about why parent coaching is a solution for speech delay. Recently, I've been talking about this quite a lot, and I'm just going to tell you, our company, Agents of Speech, is a parent coaching company. The information that we give, all this is free. We have free courses and stuff, and if you really want to, you can go to www.agentsofspeech.com/course. All the courses are free. It covers from no words all the way up to sentence building and up. Okay, so if that's something you want to know, then go there. But why is parent coaching becoming the solution? And it is the solution. First off, let's see what's happening after the pandemic. Is that, I've alluded to this before, is that there's a backlog of a huge population of people who is not getting the services that they need. All right. Private therapy is getting more and more expensive, and people aren't getting the treatment that they need. All right. And parent coaching is something that even the NHS in the UK and also like in Canada, the health services are starting to look at and do. And so if that's the case, parent coaching should be the solution, because therapists like myself, we're now like, we can work online, we can go to other places, we can serve elderly, right? In the place where I got my education, Hong Kong, a lot of speech therapists are opting to do adult cases because you don't need to walk around, you don't need to blow bubbles. The pay is a lot better. The general population is getting older, not younger. So a lot of resources are put there. All these push this thing, this narrative onto you, the parent. And why it's always been a solution. Before all of this, I was already saying, back when I just started, I was like, what's the point? Your kid listens to me, right? You see from the videos that your child does whatever I tell and says sentences and only uses like maybe no words or single words at home, and only says I want whatever. At the clinic, he can do so much. The reason is because you weren't part of the solution. You weren't collaborating. And that's why when it came to your child, it doesn't translate into real results at home. Okay? So parent coaching is the solution. And it's a solution because a lot of the times when we include the parent inside of the training, you get a lot super good results, especially like for autistic children. And it's because they are very context dependent, meaning they need the clinic to perform and communicate in a certain way. They go back to their home, they think that at home they can communicate this way, right? That's their comfort zone, that's what they think. But if you try to do it, they smack you and say, no, only like my therapist, Miss whoever, can do that to me, right? And I've tried that before, like the parent tried to do the stuff at home without training together in a clinic, or like them educating themselves first. And what happened is like they were asking for me, and I had to call me and say, oh, can you tell him to do the homework? And although it feels really good for myself, and that I have a really special connection with some of the children that I teach, like most of them, to be honest, but it doesn't give me the satisfaction. It's like, you're now dependent on me. I don't like that. I like to get rid of myself. And that's why the parents need to be doing most of the language teaching. And it doesn't take as much time as you think. Okay, a lot of the times children don't have the mental capacity or the attention span to actually sit there and listen to you for an extended period of time. It really is a very small investment of time. All right, we've actually done this with parent coaching. We have a group of parents that we receive and accept every now, and then we tell them, okay, only 15 to 20 minutes that you should do this activity. Other than that, don't do it. Just do whatever you're doing at home, allow them to do whatever, right? And why we want to do that is because I want to tell the parent that you can do it as well, right? It doesn't need to take up the whole day. You don't need to quit your job. Although a lot of parents nowadays are very committed and they decide to quit their jobs to go full on with their children. And I'm just giving a caveat here. The coaching service that we provide are paid. Agents of Speech, we're not government organization, or like we're not a nonprofit. We run on our own revenue. And that's why the coaching is paid and the courses itself are free. The information is free. The stuff that I tell you here is free. Okay. So whilst parent coaching is going to be and is the solution for speech delay, I'm projecting that a lot more countries around the world are going to start doing this, because a lot more services will not take speech therapy or ABA therapy or whatever therapy for young children as the main point, because the population dynamics are shifting towards the older generation, right? So a lot more money, nonprofits, government services are funded by people who are the general population. So if the general population skews towards one side of the population pyramid. So if you've learned geography before, it's like it becomes top heavy, meaning more people are at the top. When that happens, a lot less resources will actually go into child therapy. And when that happens, the supply and demand is going to increase, right? I mean, demand is going to increase, supply is going to go down. And that's why private speech therapy or private therapy in general is going to become more expensive. Therapists have more ways to make money, right? And therefore, the person, the consumer, the person who needs help, your child, is going to suffer. And that's why you need to educate yourself. And shameless plug, and that's where we come in. We're trying to bridge the gap between the waiting list and actually getting service. And my hope, our hope in Agents of Speech is so that you're educating yourself so much, you're doing so much work at home, that by the time the wait list is for you, right, it's your turn now, you're already miles ahead from where you were before. And I'm not going to say that, oh, you won't need therapy anymore. That's not true. You need both things going on at the same time. But parent coaching is the missing piece and is the solution towards the current therapy industry. All right. I don't like it when therapists don't allow parents to go inside of the room. They write reports that are very hard to understand. Parent coaching should be simple. And that's why most of the stuff I say here are simple. Some therapist colleagues would say that I'm unprofessional and I'm too casual with people. But if I'm wearing, like, I remember back in the day, people asked me to wear like a shirt or a lab coat, like a doctor, right? And say things that parents may or may not understand. That puts me on like a pedestal and makes me more professional. But you don't need a professional to tell you this stuff. You need someone to simplify this, like your friend, and tell you what's going on. That's what we aim to do. Our aim of Agents of Speech is to close that gap of the wait list, and so that we can give better service than governments and nonprofit organizations can give for free, because parent coaching is our jam. That's what we do. Okay, so that's all I wanted to share in this video. It's more of like telling you what all this is about. Sometimes parents will put in the description, why are you talking about like this for free, right? They'll also say, thank you so much for all these things that you're doing. We're not doing this for applause. We're doing it for results. We're doing it for profit. We're doing it the right way. And we're not going to rely on government resources and handouts. None of that. We're going to put it in our own hands and do it the correct way. All right. And correct way only means like we define it. So don't get me wrong. Anyways, so that's the end of this video. Hopefully this is a rant that you're able to take in. And if you want to learn more about our parent coaching and all about the free courses and educate yourself at home, go to www.agentsofspeech.com/course and put in your email. You get an email in your inbox telling you what to do. All right. That's it for today. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.